10 things to keep in mind if you're selling in the Durham region right now. And we've talked a lot about the adjusting market, but what does that mean when you're a seller? Well, today we're going to talk about it. This is Curbside with Crystal. Now, you've heard it time and time again. The market is adjusting, but you are selling and you need to know what to think about and how to work through this market. So we're going to go over 10 things you need to think about while selling in this adjusting market. But before we get into that, if you find this information useful, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, if you know of anybody who's thinking about selling or interested in all things real estate, please share this video so more people can keep up to date. So back to our list. Number 1, if you had a conversation with your real estate agent in March, say for instance, that you were going to sell your house in 6 months, you, my friend, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you need to revisit that and basically scrap that whole conversation. You need to adjust your expectations and look at what is happening in the market today, because the current market is very, very different from the winter and early spring market. Further to this, it is absolutely not your real estate agent's fault that the market has changed. Trust me, real estate agents are not that powerful. Number 2, your house is not likely going to sell in 5 days. So depending on your price point, your house is going to take longer than a week to sell, which was the norm in most of the last couple years. The average days on market for July in Durham region was 15 days on market. Now, don't panic, because let's look back to years past when that number was 30, 45, 90 days on market. 15 days on the market is still very quick. Number 3. You will not likely have to move out of your home to accommodate showings while your house is listed. In January, so many of us listing agents were trying to work with their sellers to find alternative accommodations during the listing period. Buyers agents were often fighting just for an appointment just to see the house, and you would see people lined up the street. And again, that's just to see the property. So this is no longer happening. So don't worry about having to move Fido and the kids to grandma's house for a week while your house is being listed. We are seeing fewer showings and we're in a more relaxed pace. You may actually go a day or two without any showings, but don't panic. This is a normal sign of the times and you will eventually get showings. Number 4, pretty and clean are very important still, and maybe even more important in the months past. Buyers are being more cautious and have more options to choose from right now. So paint those tired old walls, get down on your hands and knees and wash those baseboards, or hire somebody to do it, because people are really going to be looking at these things as they have more options. You'll be looking too, won't you? Number 5, pricing is very important, and you need to adjust your mindset to listing your house at or near value. If you're listing well over the actual value, your home may just sit on the market and get missed by people who assume something's wrong with it, and then you'll be chasing the market down, which is not something that you want to do. Number 6, the multiple offer train has left town and the negotiation bus is back. And I've said this before. So depending on your price point, you will not likely be receiving multiple offers. We are typically only seeing multiple offers in the lower price point, not always, but these are for first-time buyers, and they'll always be first-time buyers entering the market. So more than likely, you'll just receive one offer. And further to that, you're going to have the opportunity to negotiate. You'll receive an offer, you'll have the opportunity to sign it back, and you'll have that nice normal negotiation dance, and it really is a beautiful thing. Number 7, and I've said this before, again, conditions are back. So a condition on financing is a good thing. If I'm the listing agent and the buyer's financing is not 100%, I want to know now, or within that 5-day conditional period, that the offer's going to fall apart. I don't want to find out 5 days before the deal is supposed to close. That is too late. That is just too late. And inspection conditions are okay too. If the buyers find something that you haven't disclosed or something you weren't even aware of, it's good to get that out now. And this way it can be dealt with now. And you won't be receiving a call from the buyer's lawyer in 6 months because you didn't disclose something that has since been discovered. And this could mean you just didn't know about it. Number 9. Pay close attention to closing dates. In an adjusting market, you may not be interested in a 90 or 120-day closing unless you know that the buyer has extra funds to support an appraisal that might come in late. If the market decreases, say 10% over the next couple of months, you want some confidence that the buyer can make up any shortfall. Number 10, do not kick yourself because you didn't sell at the height of the market. Nobody has a crystal ball. But if you're buying and selling in the same market, it's basically a wash. Yes, you're going to sell for less than you would have sold in January, but you're also going to be buying for less. And this was the same when the market was high. Sure, you sold for $200,000 more than your house was actually worth, but you're also going to pay more than that other house is worth. So again, it's pretty much a wash. Once again, if you find this content and video interesting, please like and subscribe to my page and feel free to share it with others. Also, please follow me on Facebook and Instagram, once again, so I know I'm not talking to myself. Once again, it's Crystal Powell, real estate broker with Remax Jazz, serving Durham region and the Quinte West. And if you're thinking about buying or selling, have any questions about the market or all things real estate, just call Crystal. Talk to you soon.